Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me today. This is Sanya, your Senior Support Specialist. I will be the one to take you through our daily training today, and I will be going through the software. If you do have questions, please let me know. We are going to have a little bit of a discussion at the end, and I hope you have your questions ready. All right. So before we begin, I just want to ask how everybody's doing today. Let me know if your day has been going good. You can post it in the chat as well to let me know how you are doing. Today is Friday. It's Friday all. How are you doing today? Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. Awesome. Awesome, guys. I'm about to share my screen with you. We're gonna just wait for a few more persons to join on, and then I go ahead and share my screen, okay? Awesome, perfect, awesome. Glad to hear that you're doing great. Awesome. Good morning. Perfect, guys. Awesome, awesome. So are you hearing me clearly? Yes, all is good on your end. Perfect. Yes, all is good on my end as well. Thank you. Awesome. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to take you through the software. We're going to talk a little bit. If you have questions, please let me know, and then we'll go from there. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Tell me if you're seeing my screen. Awesome. Yes, you are. Awesome. Perfect. So once you come into the software, this is basically going to be the first thing that you see. This is the home/dashboard screen. Let me get this box out of the way. All right, perfect. So when you come into the software, this is the first thing that you see. So this is going to be the home/dashboard screen. You have your customers overview, the dispute process overview, the business growth statistics. So you can see how much revenue you're actually pulling in. And this is an important part of your business. As an admin, you want to make sure that you are making good revenue and you also are aware of how much you're actually making per month, right? Now, that is there for you. Remember, all of this is in your end. If it is that you have your own employees, but you don't want them to have this access, go ahead and take away that permission. Right? And we're going to talk about that in a little while of how to take away the permissions. That has been one of the big questions that a lot of you have been asking, right? So we're going to go into the software. Remember that every screen that you go to, there's going to be different videos there for you to watch. You also have resources that's there to help you, right? And another thing that we have added was the personal walkthrough. Now, if you want to do a one-on-one session, remember, or let's say the sessions that we're doing as a group is good and all, but you definitely want to have like that one-on-one so you could ask your questions and probably have us go through some things that you're not quite understanding. Of course, the personal walkthroughs would be ideal, right? And remember that the chat is now on every screen that you go to. So at the bottom right-hand side of your software is the chat. Remember, we're now 24 hours, Mondays to Fridays, 24 hours, Saturdays and Sundays, it's 8 to 8 Eastern time, right? So keep that in mind whenever you need to reach out to us, you definitely can do so, all right? Now, you have the different buttons right above that you can click on to go to the different screens here. You also have the alerts at the top, so you definitely want to look out for that, right? Now I'm going to go through the training resources. I like to emphasize the training resources because I realized that a lot of us, we don't watch the videos, and sometimes to save time, it's just the click of watching a video, right? So if you can, or if you're new, I want you to remember that when you come into the software, you want to go ahead and watch these videos. So apart from the software training videos, if you're an active member, you do have access to the quick tours and the onboarding process and the client auto sign up process as well, right? So you definitely want to take some time, go through these videos. Try not to bombard yourself with too much of the videos and then you get overwhelmed. If you want to, if you can, schedule like an hour or so a day until you can to cover all of these videos, right? Remember, we're not just a CRM system, we are a business in a box. So we give you everything that you possibly would need to run your business successfully. So resources on how to understand how to use a software, you have the dispute process videos, website setup, learning videos, basically of how to run the business. And also a personal favorite is the Lead Generation Academy and the workshop and the coaching session, right? You definitely want to just take some time, go through these resources because this is going to help you to understand why you're doing what you're doing, how you can make your process even more effective, right? So I want you to remember to go in, look at the videos, take some time. If you need to strategize on how you're going to close your leads based off of what the video has said, or if you have like a mentor, make it your own, right? And then you just go ahead and work on your clients while you are learning the software as well. All right. So you have these resources. Those are a lot of high definition videos that you can actually watch. I want you to remember that you also have resources that you can actually download, right? So underneath the training educational link section, I want you to remember that you can download the resources. It's not just the disputing process. You have legal information, you have taking card payment information, and you also have how to run basically the lead generation, how to set it up, how to get leads, right? So a sales script is going to be there. I know a lot of you have credit rebuilding products that you want to offer. That's another thing I want you guys to also focus on as well. If you have options, card options that you can give to your active clients, that's a good way to put that in your nurturing emails, right? And you also have the onboarding blueprint. For those of you who are just coming on, I want you to remember that there is an onboarding blueprint that you can go into to see how or what you would do when you get an actual customer, right? So this is just a 20 step that you want to go through just to remember what you actually need to just make your process even better, right? Now, before I go any further, I want to open the floor to anybody that has a question. Please let me know. Any questions so far? All good? Awesome, awesome. All good.
I have a
Perfect.
question. I
Yes,
have
please.
where is that blueprint at in the program?
All right, perfect. So when you come into your software, I want you to go to training, and then you're going to click the educational link, right? So once
Mm-hmm.
you click it, you want to scroll to the bottom of your screen, and then to the right, almost to the bottom right, there is the onboard your customer blueprint, and you just click download PDF.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Awesome, awesome, perfect. Do I have any more questions? No more questions. Awesome, awesome. So don't forget your resources, guys. I want you to be equipped with everything that is here that you can utilize. Sometimes we have the software for a while and we don't know that we have all of these resources at our fingertips. So we definitely want to go ahead and get all of the information out to you. It's in the software. So just take a little bit of time. If you want to schedule a session so we can show you exactly where to go, you definitely can do so. All right. All right, perfect. So for those of you who need to take payments, that's an important part, right? Now, a lot of you who are just coming in, you don't really know how to take payments. That's a big part, right? So you want to remember that along with taking credit card and debit card, which is perfect, you might not be ready to do it just yet because you haven't gotten a merchant's provider or a payment processor to help you with that. So in the meantime, I want you to look at taking payments via checks, right? So if you can get their banking details, their routing number, and all of that, you want to collect that information. Now, there are certain parts that you want to make sure that you go in and turn on inside of your software. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But once you set those parts up into your settings, company settings, and you send the contract out because you've turned on your client auto sign up, which collects their banking details, then all you want to do is you want to go to billing invoicing. And then once you go to this particular screen, what you want to do is to go ahead and create an invoice. And then you have to remember to check the pay by check, right? So that would mean that you would need a check paper, right? So you can look into getting VersaCheck. VersaCheck is the paper that you want to get that's compatible. Once you have a good printer, you can use any printer to put that in the VersaCheck in your printer, and then you go ahead and print out that check once you have provided all of the information, right? So make sure that you set up all of your payment services. These are your plans that you're offering to your customers. So whether it's a monthly, whether it's a pay per lesion, whether it's a flat fee, make sure that you have set up your services and your products, right? Once you have that there, then you just go ahead and choose that particular service that your customer is supposed to pay you for. Find that client, and then you basically want to add your due date and a description, of course. You could just say pay now or pay for this month. And then if you haven't added a value or an amount, you can add that in. But once you have created your service, automatically that amount is going to be pre-filled there, right? Now, saving and emailing. Saving means that you're saving this print check so that you can download it and print it out, and emailing means that you're emailing them an invoice, right? So you have one or two options to save and send an email, or you could just save it. Let's say you don't want to send them an invoice, but you just want to go ahead and print out that check. You can go ahead and save it, and once you do that, you just want to hit that print check. And once you have your VersaCheck paper in your printer, you've downloaded and make sure all of the client's information has been populated onto that check, you could go ahead and cash it in your bank. So it's really easy. You could take a picture of it. This is a good option for those of you who don't have the credit or debit card option right now, right? Now, with that being said, I want to talk also about the taking card payments, right? So if you are deciding on getting whether Merchant X, 5-Star Processing, Capital Merchant Solutions, then of course these are merchants providers that you want to look into. Now, I may hear, why not use PayPal? Why not use Stripe, Cash App, Square? Now, of course, these would have been ideal options, but the business that you're in does not support it. You are in a high-risk business, so you want to make sure that you cover yourself and not have that liability of if you're using those other options that they freeze your money and shut you down, right? So you want to use providers that's going to help you as a credit repair specialist. All right. Do I have any questions about that? Any questions? All right. Electronic payments. Electronic checks, do you mean like ACH? If you have that option, you can use that. But the thing is, that would be external, right? Can you explain exactly what you mean by the electronic checks? Is the ACH? Okay, okay. Yes, you can definitely use it. Is it a case that you could get it in a URL format? Leslie, can you unmute and let us know? All right.
I
So
didn't know if it was an
yes.
option or not, um, but I will look into it if that's something that can be uploaded to the program.
Right.
Absolutely.
If you definitely, if you can get it in a URL link, so it would pop up like a shopping cart, right? Where they would be able to put their information, their card information in, and they could be processed. The ACH, it's a little bit different because the checks are different, right? Okay, I think I have another question. So I think we have to do a little bit of talking. We might have to do a one-on-one session to see what we can do to get you set up with that part. Okay, Leslie?
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, awesome, perfect. All right, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you definitely can, Dominic. No problem. All right. What are the merchants providers? The merchants providers are Capital, Merchant Solutions, Five Star Processing, and Merchant X, right? So if you go to your billing section here and underneath invoices, you do have the option of using these. Now, you might be asking, what about Payment Cloud and those other options? They are also able to be connected to authorized.net, but for persons who are just coming in, these are some good easy options to use to get connected with authorized.net so you could take payments directly through the system. Now, I hope I didn't confuse anybody by saying authorized.net. So the merchants providers, they operate as the banks, right? So if you have these, which are the merchants provider, you kind of need something to pull that money, right? So that's where the authorized.net would come in. They're the gateway, the payment gateway. So they pull that money, they need somewhere to push it to. And this is where the merchants providers come in. So they would push it to your Five Star Processing or your Merchant X, right? So that's what the two use as that can be compatible with each other, right? Inside of the software. All right, I hope I answered your question where that is concerned. All right, let me go to the question. Hi, coach. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so you need to look into this. PayPal, oh no, PayPal did hold your money. Chev, can you go ahead and unmute and just tell us exactly what happened?
Oh,
Chev?
so I had a
Yes.
client the other day who sends money through PayPal, and I don't know what happened. It said it was the transaction was pending. So now it's 3 days. I still have not received my money. The client came to my office yesterday. She showed me that they did take it out of her bank because we were trying to cancel it, and I don't know how to get that money out of there. So I need to look into
Oh,
this as
geez.
soon as possible.
Yes, yes. You want to be careful with that because what they'll say is they'll tell you their fine print that they don't support credit repair businesses and they could hold that money, right? So reach out to them and hear what they say. Hopefully they release it, but definitely look into getting a merchant's provider, all right?
Yeah, definitely. I'll do that today. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, perfect. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your feedback. All right, this is your first Zoom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, you're not sure if I covered editing the packages. Tell me what you're talking. You're talking about the website? Go ahead and unmute, please. I think you're referring to the website. What we can do, post your number and your
Hello?
email address so I could give you a call. Yeah, yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead. Perfect.
I was basically saying like the packages that we want to offer because on the website you have basically the analysis package, whatever you charge for that, and the basic package. So if I wanted to do, let's say, a bankruptcy removal package, a repo, inquiry removal, and the check systems, how would I add that to the website where it doesn't look, because the way it's listed now, you have the 189 and all the stuff underneath it that comes with the analysis. Next to it, you may have the package that everything that comes underneath that. So if I wanted to add the bankruptcy removal package or a check system package or inquiry removal package, how would I do it on the software? And then how can I have my webmaster add that to the website?
All right. It was a little hard to hear you, but I think I got bits and pieces. So you're talking about your actual website, right? You wanted to add some information and also have it being reflected in your software?
Right.
All
Because
right.
then, because you have to go to the software to add the packages, right?
Right. The plans.
So when we added for the packages and services, then how can we then have the webmaster added to the site where it I guess I want to say flows as the site that you already have, because I
All
purchased
right.
the site. I purchased, I think it was number 23.
Okay, okay. I think you're talking about the website lead form. Is that
Right.
it?
No, not the
Okay, awesome.
lead form, but the packages, the separate packages.
That you're offering, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, can I
Yes. So you
interject?
have to make sure that you have created all of your contracts, customized, edited all of your contracts. Then you want to come into your settings, client auto sign up, and there's a button that says build sign up form. You're going to click that, come to here, but you need to customize how you want that form to look, right? And then once you have customized it, you just go ahead and save it, copy the code, and you just put it in your backend.
Hey,
All
Sandy,
right.
if I may interject, I
Yes.
think he's speaking of as his website and services that he offers. He may have to have the webmaster add a page to the website so that I guess his clients can click on that and it takes them to that. I think that's what he may be referring to.
Okay, like his
Yeah.
additional products
Right,
that he's
additional
offering.
services, right,
Yeah,
right.
All
thank
They
right,
you.
would
you
just have
have
to
access
add
to
an
your
extra
backend?
page.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Pat, go ahead and talk.
Oh, I was done. I was trying to understand him as well. And I think that's what he means. The webmaster would just have to add a page to his website that would have that service or that link on it.
Awesome, awesome. All right, I think I didn't get your name. Could you go ahead and talk?
Oh, Gabri is my name.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
All right, awesome. I tell you, there's a lot of specialists online, so you are
I,
in good hands, guys. All right?
I have a question.
Yes.
So going back to the merchant accounts, you said that um underneath, was it the billing tab? Do you
Mm-hmm.
guys have options on who we can use to kind of be like the people we can use and then connected to authorized.net for the gateway to accept payments?
That is correct. That is correct. So go to your billing invoicing, and right above there is the merchant providers that you can look at. Five-star processing, Merchant X, Capital Merchant Solutions. Those are the merchants providers that you can look into. All
Okay, do
right.
they still do inspections or you don't know?
I'm not able to say if all of them do, but once you reach out to them, they'll tell you what they do require.
Okay,
All right.
thanks.
Yes, no problem.
I also have a quick question about
Yes.
that. So do you use the merchant account in Authorized.net? Y'all, like you would use like either Merchant X or Five Star in Authorized.net?
Right. So
Or
they're
you just use
basically
one of those and not
any
Authorized?
right. I'm sorry for cutting you off. So any one of those can be connected with authorized.net. So if you go into your authorized.net, when you just start up, right? Like when you go into your authorized.net and you're just setting up, they're going to ask you what provider are you using, right? So you have to connect it first in order for you to go ahead and take any payments. So the payment cloud, the five-star processing, those are just different options that is connected with authorized.net. They kind of need something like a backup, or it's operating like a bank then, right? So in order for them to pull that money, the merchant's provider act as your bank as a credit repair specialist to push that money to. All right. Yeah, so you have to connect those with authorized.net. So any one out of the three is fine. Awesome. Did that answer your question? Yes, one last question.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Go ahead with your
Um,
question.
in regards to the merchant account, I just received the email because I'm trying to go through five-star processing. They're asking
Yes.
for, they want me to add the terms and conditions, a privacy policy, and the refund policy. But the refund policy is already in the contract. So
Mhm.
as far as the terms and conditions and the privacy policy, am I getting that from the software, or do I have to
It
do that on my own?
It depends. I would prefer if you could get an attorney to look over the contract, because remember, the states do differ, right? But there is some terminologies inside of here that would speak to the terms of service and all of that, right? But if you can get a lawyer to look over your contracts, also there is a set of contracts underneath your training, not your training educational link section, that you can actually use. But I would prefer, if you're going to do it, if you could copy and paste it and put it in the software so that you add them into the system and then send it to them, so at least they see like your logo and all of that information being populated on your contracts. All right, so look into your training educational link. There's some contracts that's here. You could definitely look at that as well and just paste it in as a custom contract. Okay.
How will we find a lawyer? Will we just look in our area, like a credit repair specialist lawyer or something like that?
I didn't get that. Repeat it. I'm sorry.
How will we find a lawyer to look over our contracts?
You can
Like,
look into Legal Shields. Legal Shields is a good option. Your state attorney, you can go and check that as well. It's always easy to go to Legal Shields. Yes, definitely. Legal Shields is really good, right? Yeah.
is that an app or something or a website?
Yes, it's a website. So you could type in Legal Shield and then, yeah, it would come up. All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, they have,
Pat, could you paste it so that everybody can see? All right, Coach, I think you have a question.
well,
And I think Coach also have a lawyer service that you can use as well. Okay,
yeah,
perfect, Coach. See, we have a lot of specialists that can help each other out. Perfect. Thank you, Pat. Thank you.
yeah, I was about
Awesome.
to mention the same thing. This
Yes,
is
that's
Terry in
awesome.
Arizona, and I was mentioning it. I was there in Vegas in February talking with both Mark and other people because I've been with Legal Shield as an associate for 20 years, and
Yes,
they don't just do families and consumer services. They have a whole division that helps small business owners and doing this
awesome.
like the differences of working in different states and the legal requests or requisites you have. Like in Georgia, it's totally different than anywhere else. But any question like that, rather than trying to answer it yourself or assume, you can go to Legal Shield at very low cost and they will help you.
That is correct. That is correct. Um, you say you're associated with them, right?
I've been an associate with them for 20 years and a member for over
Awesome.
that.
Awesome, guys. So guess what? You have somebody in the chat right now that if you want, he can connect you, right? Perfect. So
Yeah.
Legal Shields, that's a good option. It's always easy. They will help you with any questions relating to your business,
And
right?
they're far more than worth whatever a plan that you design, what you have with them. It's far less expensive than calling an attorney out of the phone book or online because they're going to
That's
charge you hundreds
correct.
of dollars just to give you basic information you can look up yourself.
Exactly. Exactly. Guys, that's your info,
Can you
okay?
give
Make
us
sure
that
you use
number?
it. Yes. Could you put it in the chat?
Mine?
Yeah, if you can put it that
Or the
or
Legal
your
Shield
the
number?
info.
Oh yeah, I can give you. Well, just
You
go to
can.
Legal Shield, and it doesn't have to be .com. Just Google Legal Shield.
Legal
It'll
Shields,
pull
it will
up
come up.
a page. It'll tell you the different areas you can go into, and you can click into it.
Okay,
I
thank
can
you.
put in my email. You can contact me, but it's very easy to just read as much information as you need. And then if you decide you need a commercial attorney to talk with, they will give you an option of a plan that you can use month to month, and they provide you with a number of different things.
Awesome, awesome. And Coach actually has an association with them. So you
Right.
guys are in good hands, all right? So he gave the numbers in the chat. If you can look through in the chat, the number is 323-813-5511. That's one number, okay, guys? All right, definitely, Eleanor, definitely. Sure. Awesome, guys. I'm telling you, you're getting good stuff. Awesome, awesome. All right, perfect, guys, perfect. Now, make sure that if you're going to go to these merchants providers that you have everything that they need. They may be asking you for your business information, so provide them so that they can help you get the process easier so you could get your merchants provider set up. All right, so look at your resources in your software, connect with who you need to connect with, and also check out Legal Shields to help you as well. Perfect. Thank you, Coach. Thank you. All right, perfect. Do I have any more questions
Who is the
before I
person you're
move?
referring to as coach? Who
Yes,
is the
repeat.
person you're referring to as coach?
Coach is somebody in the chat, and
Oh,
your name is slipping me right now. Remind me of your name. You're gonna be so upset. I'm so sorry. We always do walkthrough, and I forget your name. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Go ahead and tell them your name. Yes.
who, you talking to me?
Yes, please. Yes. Oh my God, I
Yeah.
forgot your name. I'm
Yeah,
terrible with names.
My name is Terry Ketty, and I'm in
Yes,
Green Valley,
Terry.
Arizona.
Yes. So Terry, Coach, Pat, these are your three people that you could go to. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
All
And
right.
if I may say, let Coach know if he's not on the line, he might have put a misprint on his telephone number. So that way, you know, if folks decide to get in touch with him, they will have the right number. One of the digits is all.
All right. Coach,
Mhm.
are you there?
I put 503
Oh, Coach doesn't have any mic.
1323.
Mhm.
That's my cell number.
All
Right.
right. Perfect, guys.
And it's a
Perfect.
503 area,
Yes.
but I'm in Arizona because I moved here 3 months ago.
Mm.
No problem. No problem. Terry, don't kill me. I'm sorry. I forgot your name.
That's okay. That's all right.
All right. Perfect. Thank you
Happens
guys
all the
so
time.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Coach, got it. Perfect. So we got the number. Pat, Terry, Coach, you guys can always reach out to them. You're on the Facebook groups, right? Remember the Facebook group? We are a
Yes, ma'am.
community. We are here to share and help each other. So you could always reach out to the members in the group, right? Post your question in the Facebook group because it might be a case where you need help with probably a dispute and you might not know what to do. Remember, you have experts that have been in the business for quite a while that can definitely help you, okay? Awesome, awesome,
It's a great
awesome.
business. It's a good business building resource as well because in 20 years, I have a downline of other associates that they talk to people about their legal problems and they also become people that have credit problems. So they send them to me and we work back and forth.
That's right. That's right. All right. It's a thing of networking. That's what we want.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's a networking business.
That is correct. That is correct. All right. Let's go ahead and continue. Yes, coach. Yeah, no problem. So let's continue with what we were talking about. So remember your contract. Sometimes the merchants providers will ask you for these information. Go ahead and provide it. Make sure that it looks professional. And sometimes they'll ask you about a website as well. So if you can have everything fully set up, that's a good thing to also do as well, right? Now, I want you guys to remember that it is a case that, oh, you're asking about the Facebook group. So there is a startup credit repair business group, and you have the client dispute manager group as well. And you also have the lead generation group and the dispute letter group. So definitely utilize the groups so that you can do networking and that you can ask your questions and see additional information that we post from time to time. All right. I think Bernard is in Arizona as well. Terry,
Ah,
could you
okay.
paste your info in the chat? Type it in the chat, all right?
Yeah, I've done that. I put my name and phone number there.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, guys. Awesome, awesome. All right, I'm excited about today's meeting. This is perfect, all right? So, you all have the resources there. Don't forget, as long as you have added your information about taking payments, don't forget the lead generation information as well. I want you to pay keen attention and try to make sure that you put things in place when it comes to your marketing. A lot of you think that just Facebook or word of mouth alone is good. It's fine. I'm not beating it, but you want to have additional things to back you up, right? So if you're going to do social media, remember social media is one of the biggest ways to go to get leads. You have affiliate partnership. I also want you to make sure that you go ahead and set up your email marketing, right? Once you get the leads, don't let them sit in the software and you do not
Right.
market to them, right? That's a dangerous place to be when you have the leads in the software and you're not talking to them. They don't know that you're there. They probably might not have remembered you, right?
Mhm.
So definitely go ahead, download the course that you have inside of your software. There's a lot of resources that you can copy and paste. And when you copy and paste it, you just want to go to your settings, manage email screen, and then you just go ahead and create a custom template. You can set up basically like a custom template of drip campaigns that you're sending out
Right.
to your leads, right? So underneath the settings, manage email, I want you to remember to go underneath here, hit the custom template, copy and paste it, Get some nice pictures. If you're not good at it, get a marketer to do it for you, or somebody who knows what they're doing when it comes to marketing to market for you, right? In order for you to get leads, you have to do marketing. You have to spend some time, right? It's okay that you're just starting up. You might not know what to do, but remember, you have resources. You have YouTube University to help you. So definitely go ahead and utilize those, right? And the Facebook group. So definitely create your template. If you could do like a 6 weeks course, I want you to do that. Remember, inside of your software, you have the automated emails that goes out to your active clients. Don't forget to do your leads as well, right? So once you create resources for your leads and you want to send it out, you can send it out in a mass format. You just want to go ahead and hit send bulk email. Choose that template that you have created and who you want it to go out to. All right. You can track who you sent it out to. If it bounced, you can track that as well. And this is basically your emailing backend. So your automated manual template, custom template, nurturing emails, they're all underneath this particular section. All right.
Yeah.
All right, D, yes, perfect. Yes, we definitely need to go over that. That's a lot. It's a lot in itself, right? So don't forget your marketing, guys. I want you to become good, great, perfect at marketing, right? Now, along with the marketing, you have to know how to dispute, right? So you have resources, again, as I stated, in the training section. You have the Facebook group. For those of you who don't have the mastery class, that's a good tool to use right now. That's the #1 credit repair marketing, not marketing, but it's how to help you, what to look for when it comes to disputing. All of that is there, right? So I want you to go ahead and utilize what you have in the software and anything that else that you can add to what you currently have, right? Now, the marketing videos, they're all underneath the training section. You just want to hit the lead generation and you can review those, all right? And also the credit repair meetings on Thursday that Mark has, if you can join those, or if you want to watch the replays, you can definitely watch the replays as well. Now, I am about to jump to the bulk of the software, and that is the disputing part. Now, before I go there, do I have any questions? Any questions about anything that I may have gone over before I jump into the disputes? All right, perfect, perfect. So,
Just a
when it,
comment, though.
yes, go ahead.
I've attended several of these with Carl, and I've relied on Carl is great at giving you information or what you need to know. But I really appreciate what you're doing so far. The first time seeing you today, because you're very good at this. I like this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We want to make sure that you have everything that you need. So that's why we
Right.
made sure to go ahead and provide all of the information that you need, right?
Mhm.
All right, perfect. Um, Bernie. Oh, thank you. All right, Bernie, I'll provide those, Bernard, I'm sorry. Bernard, I'll provide all of those information for you afterwards, all right? For the marketing material templates, remember that if you do have the yearly plan and you do have Teachable, I want you to remember to go into your Teachable and go through the resources. It's not just a gift that you just put down. Make sure you go through it and look what you can implement, right? So if you have the Teachable, go through the resources. Um, the Facebook business optimization is a good place to start from. You have so many different options inside of this bundle that you can definitely go through. And this would help you with the marketing part, disputing, how to talk to your affiliates, all of that. The affiliate big package also provides you with how to talk to in terms of marketing to your affiliates, and also the contracts that you would want to send to them, right? So definitely go ahead and look at that. All right. I think I do have a few questions. Teachable basically is Mark's free gifts. Once you do have the yearly plan, you do get access to the the Teachable, right? So if you activate within the 24 hours of getting the yearly plan, you do get access to the Teachable resources. All right. Yes. If you, no. You should have access to it. Check in your email. You should have access to it. Yes. Don't forget, go through the resources. All right. Shoot me your number and your email. If you haven't found it, just shoot me an email or something, or your number. All right. Perfect. Awesome. Awesome, guys. All right. So the bulk of it, important part. Now, you want to run your business successfully. In order to run your business successfully, that goes hand in hand with your marketing. It also goes hand in hand. How can you market and then not know how to dispute? You want to make sure that you know how to dispute, right? At least have the basics of disputing. So I want you to remember why it is that you're about to do what you're about to do for your customers. At the end of the day, you're providing a service for them. You're actually solving a problem that they have, right? A lot of persons don't know that they can fix their credit. You know this, right? So once you have an idea of what you need to do when it comes to disputing, what the law says, remember you're disputing based off of factual information, right? So you want to make sure that you go through your resources so that you can help your customers. Don't just fix their credit, educate them, right? So you want to provide educational resources. If you need to do consultation, then you definitely want to educate them as well.
Hello.
All right. All right, perfect. Yes, so I'll send you the information again, and then we can go from there. All right. Yes, we'll talk about that in a little while, Lois. Perfect, perfect. And Sherry, I'll talk to you afterwards. All right, so I want you to remember that while you're disputing not based off of just choosing random letters. You want to dispute based off of factual information, right? And you want to look at the credit report itself, right? Remember, you have the analyzer there to help you as well. You also have the disputing guide. I think I have a question. Do I have a question? No questions? All right,
No.
perfect. All right,
I do
perfect.
have one question separately, though. Can you hear
Yes.
me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Yes,
that
I
was,
can.
okay. Just quickly, you may have covered it. Where's the page where I think I read something about we offer some type of credit cards for people to apply for or something like that? With
All right, I
where is
think you're talking about the Rebuilders product.
Yeah.
Is that it?
okay? Where'd you just go? I'm not sure.
I'm
It just
sorry.
said about
Okay,
we
let me do it again.
offer credit cards. Yeah.
So
You
training,
kind of tell training.
educational
Okay.
link.
Educational link.
Scroll a little bit down, and then you're going to click on download for the Rebuild Your Credit product, right? So this is an option.
Okay.
For those of you who haven't heard of My Jewelry Club, you can definitely get this. There's so many different options that you can offer your clients. Do a little bit of research, see how you can become affiliated, and you can offer that to your clients as well, all right?
Right.
There's card options that you can look into. Go ahead and do the research for that to see how you can maximize on what you currently have and how you can offer that to even get leads as well. Because if you
Right.
can offer something to a lead, of course, you'll get them to come over, right? So build on your Rebuilders product, all right?
Right.
Also, coach, underneath your settings, manage email. You know, you're nurturing emails. Under that particular section, you have emails that automatically goes out to your active clients, right? So I want you to look underneath here, and you have a Rebuilders email that goes out to the client, right? So if you are affiliated, I want you to remember to put your link here, and any other card builder that you have, put that into the software. Don't forget the templates. You want to go in, look at it, see what you can add to it so that you can send that out, not just to your active clients, but also to your leads as well. All right?
Right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
I
Awesome.
appreciate you so much.
No problem. Thank you. Perfect. All right. Do I have any other questions before I go back to the dispute manager?
Not just the point though with the rebuilding. I mean,
The
there's
rebuild?
several offers. Like I get emails from companies offering people a way to have an account like they don't have any credit at all. So they're getting an offer for a card or something, and they're assured that what they do and what they spend will be reported to the credit bureaus.
That is
And
correct.
these, as long as they're safe, that's great. Because I'm amazed by the number of people that come to me or I talk to, and they don't need credit repair. They just don't have any credit. They
That's
never
true.
have any credit, so
That's
they have
true.
to start from zero and build it.
That's another service that you can add to your catalog as well, because you do have persons who really don't have any credit. That's a way that you can help them as well. But that's separate,
Right.
but you
Yeah.
can offer it. So look into the options that's out there so you can offer that as well for persons who might come to you so that you don't really have to turn them back. All right?
And
Yeah.
I have a quick question as well. Can you hear me?
Yes, 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 please.
Okay. Like all these options that we have, is it so we integrate these on our website for the customers on our, or how do we, or should we just create the email so it goes out through the autoresponder, or what do you suggest how we let people see our other products we offer to support them?
All right. So for your active clients, you can definitely create your own nurturing emails, right? For leads or anybody, you can go ahead and create a template and you can send it out to them, right? So in your settings, manage email, I want you to remember how to create the templates. If you want to just do a nurturing emails and set it for a day that it goes out to your active clients, you can definitely do so. So just create the email template. And then once you create it, you can go ahead and set the day that it should go out, all right, for your active clients. And for your leads or for your canceled or for your inactive, those are persons that you also want to nurture as well. Don't think it's just your leads, right? Probably persons that you've already qualified. They might have been qualified for, not qualified, but they were completed a year ago, right? You don't know what state they might be in, right? So you can always email them and see where they're at, right? So definitely create your resources, get your rebuilders product, not just for your clients that have bad credit, but for persons who don't have credit altogether, right?
Yeah.
So look into the options. I think someone was asking in the chat, what was the question? How do you get options, different options? We're talking about how you can offer card builders or how to rebuild someone's credit, right? If they do have bad credit or if they have no credit, you want to offer them options, right? And the line of credit is something that they can look into, right? So this is a rebuilder option that you can add into your product or into your emails when you're nurturing even your active or your leads, no portal clients, whomever it is, right? You want to offer them something so that they get to know that you're there and that you're thinking of them. All right.
Where are you right? Where are you right now?
I
Navigate me to where you are right now.
Yes, go to settings,
Settings. I'm
manage
writing it down.
email. Yes.
Manage emails. Okay.
Right. And then scroll, you're going to scroll down to the bottom left-hand side where
Okay.
you should see the nurturing email scheduler. And you can
Okay. And
create,
there's some already in there by default, and we can add more if we choose to.
that
Is
is
that what it is?
correct. That is correct. Right? So you have your nurturing emails that you can add to so it automatically sends out, but you also have your custom templates that you can create and send them out when you feel to send them out.
Yeah.
Right. So we can
All
create our
right.
own campaigns. Now, is there an import option to import clients into this database, into the
Yes.
software?
Do you mean like if you have a CSV file and you have like persons that's
Yes.
sending you leads, then of course what you want to do is you want to go to the customer screen and you want to click on the import CSV. So you have to get it as an Excel file, convert it to a CSV, and then you can go ahead and import it. Just remember there are particular fields that you want to have in in your CSV file, sometimes you might not have the social security or you don't have certain information. Make sure that at least you have their name and their email address, all right? If you're pulling in those leads. Yes.
Okay. Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. So I am sorry. I did have the question. We're not deviating too far because we're going back to the dispute manager screen. So we have a few minutes left. Bear with me, guys. So going to the dispute manager screen. Now, you can go from the customer screen by clicking the dispute button, or if you click on the dispute manager, once you pull the client's information in, let's say you've done the other steps of adding them in, doing their credit analysis and setting up their consultation, your next step is to go ahead and start the disputing process, right? So if you have pulled in the information, of course, the score should show. Or if you're doing it manually, I do know people who get persons that they have to manually do the accounts for. You want to put the scores in, and then you want to jump to the add item screen, and you want to go ahead and add your accounts if you're doing it manually. But if you have pulled in the account, then you want to go ahead and put your items in dispute, right? So once you go ahead and put your items in dispute, can you hear me? Oh, yes, you need somebody. Okay, if you can, for those of you who are, I think I'm gonna go ahead and mute some of the lines that is open because I think it's having feedback for some of our guests, right? All right, so if you need to talk, you can go ahead and unmute again, all right? All right, perfect. Jessica, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear now. Thanks.
All right, perfect, perfect. All right, so I'm just gonna just recap real quick. For those of you who are getting in customers, yes, if you have to, yes, you will. Just remember to put your email address and phone number, okay? Before you go, yes. And you'll get the recording. Awesome, awesome. All right, so when you come into this section, if you are doing it manually, don't forget to add the scores and the accounts that you need to. But if you have pulled in the information automatically, you want to come into this particular screen and you want to put the items in dispute. This just means that you're putting the accounts in dispute because you're about to send out dispute letters on their behalf. It doesn't mean that you've started the disputing just yet, but you are getting ready to do so, right? So once you put your accounts in dispute, depending on who you're about to dispute with, you definitely want to go to that particular screen, right? So you want to choose your particular screen that you're supposed to dispute in. Let's say it's a credit bureau first. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and basically select your reason and your letter to that negative account that you have to go ahead to get the best respond, right? So you can even either get an updated information or a deletion, right? So based off of what the client has told you, let's say you did the SMART interview or you did your interview over the phone and you did make your notes and you put it underneath the activity log, right? I want you to remember that you can put your notes in here. So when you have your notes, or if you need to go to get their credit monitoring, you want to go there and you want to go in and look at what the report is actually saying, right? So once you do that, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and look through of what reasons you could possibly use for this client, right? Based off of the guide, based off of the analyzer, based off of what the client has told you, and based off of your knowledge of disputing, you're going to use all of that to help you to find a suitable reason of why you are actually disputing this person's account, right? So once you have looked, let's say it's the dispute reason that you're looking at, you are probably at round 2. You have sent out the initial dispute 30 days ago. They came back and they say, oh, we have updated this information. This information is correct. You want to know, how did you verify this information? What evidence do you actually have? We want to see that information. Can you provide me with a credit report? So this is what you're actually asking for, right? You want to see what they actually have, right? So the credit bureau would have to get back to the creditor or collector, depending on who the account is with to find that information, right? Once they have gotten that information, they need to report back to you. So you kind of want to find out what information that they have, and then you can provide your course of action of what you are about to do for this client. And remember, you're disputing based off of factual information, all right? Yes, definitely. No problem, guys. Awesome. So once you have gathered all of your information, what you want to do is you want to go ahead, select your reason. So you can choose from the drop-down menu, or you could type in your own reason, right? Now, let's say I'm looking at the analyzer, right? And my analyzer tells me that TransUnion is saying that my account is closed, right? But the others are saying that it's open, or they're saying that it's paid. How is it that I have it closed and you still have it open? Or how is it that your open date differs from what I'm seeing with the others? Remember that the credit bureau has a responsibility to report the same information right across the board, right? You also want to take a look at the history as well, right? And based off of what you have seen on the credit report, on the analyzer, on your customer's interview, what they have said to you, use that to help you to find how you are going to use, or what strategy you're going to use to dispute for that particular account. So you could come here and say, please update or delete this account, as this is a paid account, right? So you could type in your own reason, or you choose from the drop down menu. Now, once you have done that, you're choosing one letter out of the 3 categories that you have. Now, remember, you have over 290 letters that's inside of the letter vault that's there to help you, that's broken down into these 4 categories here, and then into 3 different sets of letters. If you do have your own manual letters, that's fine, right? You just want to make sure that you're selecting the best letter and the best reason that's going to match to that particular account to get you a favorable respond, right? Now, let's say for argument's sake, round 3 came back and you did not get a respond. Of course, you want to go ahead and look at a different letter and see what respond or what letter you could actually use. So what I want to encourage you to do is I want you to remember to go into the dispute screen before you start to do any disputings. Go ahead and look at the accounts, or not just the accounts, but look at the letters themselves, right? So that you can have an understanding of what the letters are actually saying, so you can go ahead and know what you need to do. All right, I think I have a question. Coach? No. For the manual credit analysis, all right, so the manual credit analysis, let's say you have someone that has annual credit and you built the credit analysis for itself, right? Remember, the credit analysis is different, or the analyzer is different if you have done a manual credit analysis, right? So the analysis is breaking down the negative inaccurate items, while the analyzer is telling you what is the inconsistencies from the report that it has pulled. So if you have done a manual credit analysis, you wouldn't be able to do an analyzer on that, all right? But if you have imported a credit report and you have done the credit analysis and you can do the analyzer, then of course the analyzer shows up in the dispute screen. All right, Coach, does that answer your question? Awesome. All right, perfect. Yes, awesome. Do I have any more questions?
Okay, I get confused with the accounts and the check marks for the different credit bureaus. So I'm confused as far as like if you have to continue to add them for each credit bureau, if it pops up all 3, or if it only pops up 2. That's what I'm confused on. And then also if they have multiple accounts with the same account number in the same bureau.
All right, perfect. Perfect. Good question. Good question. So don't get confused with the accounts. No, so remember that when the software pulls in your account in the add item screen, automatically the software is going to identify who you need to dispute with, right? So if you have multiple accounts that's the same account number, same furniture, but you see it's reporting multiple times, it could be probably not the same account number, but the same name. It could be a case that they've duplicated this actual account, right? So you definitely need to dispute that. So the software is going to identify who you need to dispute with. So you don't need to check this part. The software does it for you, right? Now, when you come into the particular screen, especially for the credit bureau, automatically when the account is showing, it's going to show you which is the credit bureau that you need to dispute with. So it's going to automatically check it for you. So you don't need to trouble this part, right? So when you go ahead and choose your letters, automatically for this account, it's going to send a letter to Equifax and TransUnion, right? So if you have multiple accounts, it could be a case that it was duplicated or they reported it multiple times, and you definitely want to go ahead and dispute it. So don't pay too much attention to accounts that you're probably seeing duplicated. Of course, you want to get those off. They need to tell you why it is that, okay, probably the balance is different, but the account numbers is still the same, right? So they need to either update this information or delete this information. So look through the report itself, look at the analyzer, look at the evidence to help you to support your case to dispute. And remember, you're disputing based off of factual information. All right? Awesome, awesome. Yes, definitely, definitely. All right. Yes. Oh, Natasha, I think it's Natisha. No, I don't want you to be. No, 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 no. Yes, I have someone reach out to you right after. Can you provide me with your number and your name? Not your name, but your number and your email address. I don't want you to be confused. Now, remember, if it is that you're in the daily session and you're getting confused, go ahead and schedule a one-on-one session so that we can specialize those walkthroughs with you so that we don't go to too many places with you, right? Because I don't want you to get confused, all right? I'll definitely reach out to you afterwards. All right, awesome, awesome. Do I have any questions? Tell me what you're not understanding. Natisha? Can you go ahead and unmute? D, yes, please send your number as well. Yeah, we need to schedule walkthroughs. We want you to understand what it is that you're doing. Yes. All right, yes. So I need to show you how to do. You see, I have my associates here with me telling me what to do. All right. So if you need to schedule a session, go to the help section of your software and on the home screen. Remember, you do get new updates from time to time with that green pop-up, but you want to look to the top right of your screen and you want to click on the personal walkthrough so you could schedule your time and your date. That's convenient for you, right? If you're in the help section, you can go ahead and schedule underneath here. If you want to schedule your sessions on the chat, you just go ahead and open up the chat and then you can ask for someone to schedule a session for you, right? You can call us. You have us here 24 hours, Mondays to Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays. It's 8 to 8 Eastern time. If you want to send over your questions or suggestions, send it to the help section in a ticket format using the ticket section here, right? So you have several ways of reaching out to us. You can do so on the Facebook group as well. We want to, we want to reach out to you. No problem if your mic is not working, no problem. I'll reach out to you after. Just put your number and your email address so I can reach out to you afterwards. All right, guys? Awesome, awesome. This was actually a good training today. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. It was a lot, I know. we still have a lot to go over, but I want you to join me on Monday again, and we're going to go through the rest of the process of how to dispute, because you haven't stopped there, right? Once you select your letter and you send it to the bulk print screen, you want to print, mail out if you have to, or send it to letter stream. You want to do a next 30 days, but you have to do that underneath tracking. So we need to talk about all of that, but we'll discuss that in Monday's training. So, if you want the replay for today, make sure you put your email address, phone number, and just state that it is for the email, for the daily training that you want it for, so I can know what you need, right? Perfect. Thank you so much. Yes. Oh, thank you, Steve. Thank you. Awesome. D, I got you. I got you. D, Natisha. Yes, we're going to schedule some sessions. We are going to go through all of this. D, your question. Tell me, what is your question? Go ahead and unmute. D? D?
I'll just wait until you call me. Or
All right, no problem. No problem. No problem, guys. All right, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join me on our live training today. I know it's a busy day, but today is Friday, so we're going to take a rest for today. If for those of you who have to work on Saturday and Sunday, you're still going to have a good weekend, but I want you to go ahead and join me on Monday, and we will continue our process. Now, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Sanya, and I am your Senior Support Specialist. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys do have a great weekend, okay? You take care. Bye, guys.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Let me just take the information before I jump off so that I can call who I need to call.